meet, and welcome to our stream, everybody. This is Ariel, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch for a general reading for all signs for today, the 25th of October, 2023. Moderating today over on YouTube is the lovely Jennifer, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Shirley. Thank you so much, Jennifer and Shirley, and thank you to everybody for joining us for this general reading. If you're watching us on a restream on YouTube and you don't want to watch the shuffling, you can just use the timestamp in the video description. Today we are working with this beautiful Broken Mirror Tarot Marseille edition, and I'm going to purify with this Vervain by Panier des Sens. 3 sprays in this big room is more than sufficient. You can find the links to purchase each of these products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. This does go out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, just disregard it. It may not be meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your own individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. And all of those are available for easy restream right on our website, ariels-corner.com, arielscorner with a hyphen.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link right in the video description. I don't read with card reversals, so don't worry about it when I flip those cards right side up. It's how I like to read. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch without any ads when you subscribe to us on Twitch. We have a shop, and that's at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. You can buy tarot decks through our shop there. Those are all affiliate links, which means we make a small commission off of each and every sale. We do appreciate your support. Another way to support us is with a donation. Lots of ways to donate. You can use our PayPal portal, which the URL for that keeps flashing on the screen. You can also find the donation links right on our website in the footer of every page. Or you could use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks on YouTube if you feel like it. We appreciate your support, but that's not why we're here. Why we're here is you, to give you the most accurate reading I possibly can. So let me just shuffle this 1 or 2 more times. I'll give this deck a nice clean cut, and then we'll see what's in the cards for everybody today, the 25th of October, 2023. Thanks so much for joining me. I so appreciate you being here. We start out with this 2 of wands. Then comes the Hanged Man, and then the 10 of wands. Okay, wandy. It's very wandy. These 2 wands are, they're a little disconcerting at times for us when we go through them. So let's just get to this impatience here. This impatience usually with your job or with your work in the world. Maybe even your magical work, whatever work is important to you. It's not necessarily how you make money, but it's important work, and you're just impatient because you just can't seem to get anything working right. And then you get into this whole poor me, nothing's ever working for me. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with the world? Wah, 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 wah. And then that becomes so overburdensome that you just need to that you just burn out. And so let's just look at that pattern. Because I have a feeling if that's true for you, which I know that I've gone through that many times in my life, if it is true for that you're going through that's a pattern. And that when patterns are up, it's a wonderful opportunity to notice them and to start eliminating them so that this isn't a recurrence. So this whole idea of impatience, there's something wrong with me, or there's something wrong with my work, I can't get things to work right, that whole idea, that in and of itself is erroneous. That's not the complete truth. Just because you're not good at something yet, or that you haven't mastered something yet, doesn't mean that you're not on the road to mastery. But you can't master it when you have this poor me attitude. And it's okay to have a poor me attitude from time to time, especially if you are being victimized. There's nothing wrong with the attitude, but if that becomes sort of like your go-to, then you're stuck with it. You really have to, you put everything on pause. It's really hard to get inspired to get out and continue with what you want to do if all you're doing is saying, yeah, but nothing works for me, and oh, it's like I can't even do anything, that kind of stuff, you're kind of sunk before you swim. You're sunk before you get out on the water. So let's just look at that. And again, don't feel bad about it. It's just a pattern. We all have that pattern from time to time. But when it, like I said, when it comes up, it's a wonderful opportunity to address it so that we might be able to just eliminate it. The Hanged Man's main message is put your foot down. The second message of the Hanged Man is get off the tree. Get down off that tree right now. Put your foot down to people. If that's what's going on, if that's why you're feeling poor me, if it's because other people are expecting too much of you, or other people are doing something to you, you have the power to say no. Yes, you do. And you haven't been exercising that power if you are on the street. But a lot of times that need to say no is to ourselves. Stop it. I have to do that all the time. I get up in all of this with myself, and I just say, knock it off, Ariel. Enough. Firm but loving. Stop it. Enough. And getting off my tree enables me to just move forward with more thoughtfulness and with the right attitude to have success. It's really challenging, if not somewhat impossible, to have success in the thing that you're looking to have success in when you have the attitude of nothing ever works for me and I can't make this work. Then it's just like, well, that's your law. That's the rule that you've made for yourself. Nothing ever works for me. I can't make this work. Then that's your law, and everything's going to start reflecting that. It's very stressful. This Ten of Wands has so much burden. Is so much burden that you put on yourself when you do that. Unburden yourself. Get off the tree. Take the load off your back. Take some time off, even if it's only 15 minutes, to just say, I'm going to just sit in a feeling of freedom from burden. I'm just going to sit just going to take 15 minutes, and I'm going to conjure feelings of freedom, and conjure feelings of success, and conjure feelings of safety. And when you do that, when you allow yourself just to conjure those feelings, then those feelings are actual energy that goes out and starts to seek evidence to support your new ideas. That's the essence of magic. So you use magic against yourself when you don't notice these attitudes, and you don't get off that tree, and you don't stop bitching and moaning about how nothing ever works for you, right? Let's see. Okay, let's see. This is the Lover's card. Good. This one is the Four of Swords. Excellent. And the Star. Well, good. So it's like you have this other track going on top of all of your negative self-talk. There's another part of you that's not doing that. There's another part of you that's got all this figured out and knows exactly what to do and how to get there and how to be successful. And it's as if that is sort of like in the background waiting for you to let go of these other attitudes of nothing ever works for me, and how come life sucks, and how come everybody else does well but I can't, and all that whining, meandering self-talk that we do to ourselves. And we don't recognize, I don't think, when we do that, when we indulge in that, how toxic it is for us and how it really does have an effect. Now, that's not to say there's not a place for venting. Absolutely there is. We all need a time and a space to vent, but that's not what this is. This is not just mere venting. This is you encouraging more and more and more of those attitudes, and they kind of fold in on themselves and become filled with momentum like a snowball. Now, but what this here is talking about is that on top of that there is another layer of your personality where none of this is happening, and we want to ascend to that. And one of the ways that you do that is by asking. This Lover's card is so amazing because it is not showing it here too well, but usually there's an angel up here. But the angel is there showing you exactly what to do, where to go, and how to get there, and is not leaving out any details. But the problem with most of those cards that are more traditional than this one, is that the people in the card are not listening to the angel. So it's saying you have within you a guide that in the moment will guide you. Do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that. Think like this, don't think like that. And if you take time every day or all day, if you can, to before you start having reactions, before you start having responses to things, and definitely before you take action, that you ask to be guided. Now, what you're probably more than anything going to be told, if you're asking to be guided, is to withdraw your investment. This Four of Swords, withdraw your investment in what you think the truth is. Because what you think the truth is very conflicted. There's a lot of inner conflict. There's a lot of turmoil. There's a lot of, reason to complain. And it's saying that one of the first pieces of advice that you're going to get from that higher self of yours is to withdraw that, is to retreat from that, is to say no to that and disengage from that altogether. And definitely disengage with that if it's with other people. You want to disengage, you don't want to, because misery loves company, right? So if you're going through that, then a lot of other people are going to go, I know, it's horrible, isn't it? And you're all going to kind of band together and you'll all have a big tree where you're all hanging on that tree talking about how bad it is. And again, I'm not saying that it isn't bad. I am saying, though, that there's a way out of what's bad. And the way out of what's bad is not by hanging on a tree. It's from withdrawing your investment in it and looking at the possibility that there's another way. And that other way is being talked about here by the Star card. And the Star card is complete and utter freedom, grace, and the undoing of negative consequences. I have a feeling that for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, the reason why you're on this tree isn't just because nothing ever works for me, which is what you're saying. It's that nothing ever works for me because I'm guilty. I'm bad, and I don't deserve anything to work for me because of something that I did or things that I did in my past that I'm not letting myself off the hook for. And the Star here is saying, good news, if you give it to me, you don't have to let yourself off the hook because I can let you off the hook for you. And I can undo all of the consequences from all of the mistakes that you might have made in the past. And you can be filled with freedom and the acknowledgement of your innocence. And when that happens, boy, it's so much easier to get off that tree because you don't need to punish yourself anymore because you're innocent. You realize, yeah, I made a mistake. It's all, it's all better now. And everybody makes mistakes. And so what? Maybe I made a ton of mistakes. Yay, I did. But I'm forgiven. All is well. I don't need to punish myself, nor do I need to get up on that tree. All I need to do is listen to the guidance that's being given to me, and I can figure this out. I can easily figure this out, but I can't figure this out by burdening myself with how bad I am and how bad my life is and how special I am for having nothing work for me when everybody else seems to have things work out for them, right? Those are the kinds of attitudes that are up, and that's a good thing. We celebrate it when those attitudes come up because we can say to ourselves, if it's on the way up, it's on the way out. And I don't want to participate with that anymore. And I'm going to let go of that part of my old personality. And I'm going to call on that Star Goddess and allow her to undo everything that the consequences from my past mistakes. Now, I do have a meditation based on the Star card, and you may want to listen to it. It's called Receiving the Divine Grace of the Star Goddess. And you can find that by going to the link in the video description of this video. The other meditation that's in that link that you might want to listen to is the one for the Hanged Man, and it's called Using Your Sacred Power of No. So if you have time, you might listen to one or both of those meditations if you could use a little extra support in this. You're going to do well. You just keep your mind focused on that help that you can receive. Disengage from all of the self-talk. I know that's a lot of work to do that, but you can do it. And call on that Star Goddess to undo the consequences from your past mistakes, and all will be well. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Jennifer and Shirley, and we will see everybody for another general reading tomorrow. Blessed be.